Hi Scorpios, I'm Nick. This is going to be your August mid-month love reading, so it can carry on into September as well, because you know energy is fluid. These are general, so it may not resonate with every single person. If it doesn't fit your situation, please don't force it. Just carry on with your day. This does apply to both men and women, whether you like men, women, both. Doesn't matter whether you're single, super single, in a relationship, situationship as they say, married, divorced, doesn't matter. I'm here to help you out. And we'll have the link to the extended reading below. It's pretty much like a part 2 of what you'll see here, going in deeper according to how the reading goes, asking more questions and all that stuff. So if you find that's resonating, you want to spend more time and talk about it more, just click the link when you're done watching this and we'll continue this on. All right, and if you want to follow me, my Instagram is at NicLoves with 2 eyes. Again, everything's listed below in the description box if you're interested. Alright, so you guys know what time it is. It is spritz time. So what I want you to do now is to take a second. If you need to pause this video, get some water, tea, coffee, and anything to relax you. And this time I want you to put yourself in a meditative state, relax, put your mind to ease and not think about anything. I want you now to start working on your breathing. So take a few deep breaths in and out, like so. And this time what I want you to do is to acknowledge any heaviness you may be feeling, whether it's sadness, anger, stress, anxiety, anything that you're feeling, and I want you to acknowledge it. And this time when you exhale, I want you to imagine it all physically leaving your body and you releasing it, okay? Because you don't want that in your body, in your system, and you're more in your spirit. You want to leave it and let it go. Alright, so do that as many times as you need to. And now I want you to close your eyes, and as I'm spritzing you, I want you to imagine all the things that I say out loud coming into your life and you feeling it, experiencing as if it's happening right now, okay? So for all my Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females, let's please bring them healing, love, happiness, abundance, a good partner, make all their wishes come true. Like a rose garden, I love it. Alright, now they have the vibe and the mood set. I already pre-shuffled and laid out the cards for us, so I'm going to have you take a look at them and then we'll talk about it. And as you know, you're going to pick a side. So one is for you, one is for the other person you're dealing with or will be dealing with. If you're a cross watcher, you can switch it up. It can work both ways, vice versa. Okay, so for your oracle cards, we got balance. It says one person is giving too much in this relationship. Okay. And then the other one is, I know you are my soulmate. I know you are my soulmate. I feel like this one has been coming up a lot for a lot of people. It just seems like in August, a lot of people are realizing who their soulmate is and coming together with kind of like more so their divine partners, okay? That's what the overall energy for August is. And then on this end here, we have the 7 of Swords, the Universe, and Akashic Records. Okay, and then your overall thought, emotion, or for this side is something is still missing for me and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Something is still missing for me and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Okay, and then on this side here we have the 2 of Swords, the 8 of Crystals, and the 10 of Wands. Okay, and this person's overall thought is, I'm reminded of you constantly. I'm reminded of you constantly. And what you guys are mutually thinking and feeling in some way is, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. Okay, and I placed a little heart-shaped rose quartz between the both of you to help bring more peace, love, and harmony into this connection and relationship. Okay, so starting on this end for you guys, Scorpios, we have the 7 of Swords like we saw earlier. So I feel like there was some kind of betrayal or lies that happened, whether it was on your end or the other person's end or on both ends. But because it's coming up on your side, I really feel like you are the one really feeling this, and maybe something may have happened where you kind of feel like you don't understand why it happened, but I think you are going to get your answers and realize that because this happened, it's really the reason why it happened is because you weren't really all in and you weren't really happy, and you you know, although you do feel bad about it, it's like you realize that it was an inner self problem. It was something within yourself that you maybe felt like you didn't have control over, and you weren't really content, and so it was showing through your actions and through your words. There may have been maybe some like flirting or messages that were exchanged with someone, and the other person found out or saw them, or, you know, heard about it or something. And I feel that even if it wasn't really like your fault, or someone sent you something, or something showed up from the past, and I think this caused a lot of problems. I think you're having some trouble figuring out what you want and what you're looking for, what makes you happy, being content maybe with what you have or who's around you. Like maybe you are in a relationship or you're with someone and you're not really happy, or you don't, you know, you're like, maybe there's nothing really that wrong and you don't know why you don't feel happy about it, and so you feel bored and you're not satisfied and you're searching for something more. And I think you realize that the more and more you search, the more and more unhappy you find yourself. And I think now you're going to start to realize that it's something within yourself that you need to figure out and look into, instead of maybe searching for other people or searching for that in someone else in a relationship to fill a void, when really that void is something that you need to fill for yourself, not someone else. Okay? And I'm not trying to like come for you or attack you or anything. That's like what I'm intuitively feeling. There was some blockages I think you've been facing or dealing with, and I think you were your own block. Like you were blocking yourself from something, or just from being happy and being content. And now it seems like all those blockages are actually going to be getting lifted or slowly coming out, because then we have the universe. This is kind of like the world card in the original deck. With the universe, it makes me feel like a whole new world is opening up for you. There's a completion of a cycle, a completion within yourself, maybe within like about old ways and how you used to do things, and now moving into something different, into newer waters, changing for the better. And not saying you were a bad person or anything like that, but I feel like things are changing within yourself and how you view things, how you see things, how you see the world. You may be communicating or talking to someone online or through social media, or someone at a distance from you that maybe is from a different country, different state, town, city, or different ethnicity, background, religion, anything like that. And I feel like you are expanding your horizons, like you're opening up your options, where like maybe in the past you kind of were, you always had a certain type, like you always went for this specific kind of person, and maybe it wasn't intentional, but like you always liked the same kind of person. And now you're starting to kind of be more open-minded and be like, okay, let me give different people a chance and not do the same, not stick to the same type of people, because maybe it hasn't been working out and maybe there's something else for me and I just need to give it a try. So I feel like you're kind of expanding and keeping your options open and realizing, okay, maybe it's because I'm looking the wrong places, I need to look somewhere else. And I feel like a lot of you maybe are interested or want to find love through other places. Like you want to find someone who's not from the same place as you, or is not like you. You want to find something different, and maybe like wherever you live, you're like, I'm sick and tired of this place, like I just don't want anyone from here. I want someone that's different from somewhere else, and I just don't like anyone around here. So I feel like you really want someone that's from a distance from you, or you just put in your head, like if you live in California, you're like, I want to find a boyfriend in New York, like that's what I want, you know, and like you don't want someone around here, and that could be something you're thinking about. And it's funny because I have Canadian cousins and they hate everyone. They don't like dating anyone around their town or their city. They have been set on like, no, I want someone that's from somewhere else. Like they are obsessed with New York. Like they really want to move to New York, and like they feel like they love the guys from New York. Actually, one of them is a Scorpio, and she's always like, yeah, I just like go out with certain guys here, but I don't really like any of them. It's just like to take time up to pass time, but I don't like any of them. And she really wants to move and wants to probably be with, like, she likes East Coast guys, you know. She doesn't like West Coast guys, but I guess for now she's just bored and has no other options. So that may be something you can relate to. Like maybe you're just like dating around and you've been with people that you don't really like, you're not that into, but you're just kind of doing it to pass time. And I think now you're like, no, I need to expand my horizons, and I want to go for someone that I actually really like, that I feel very set on, and I don't want to settle for less. I don't want to settle for just mediocre, for something that's local or just around me. Like I want to feel very passionate about it. And then we have Akashic record. So to me, it's just all about like you going through your like mental library of everything you've been through, what you want to go through, like going through history, memories, you know, photo albums, messages, all that stuff, and looking back like, oh, like I remember I used to do those things. Like I want to have that, I want to have fun like that. I want to relive some of those moments, but make them better and have better experiences. Maybe a lot of you have a dream to like travel, or I just feel like you have this like big dream to do something, and something has been holding you back. And maybe the people you've been dating or the person you were dating, you felt kind of held you back from really doing what you wanted to do. Or you could have felt like cock blocked or something, you know, and you want to be a free bird. You want to do what you want to do. You want to hang out with who you want to hang out with. I just feel like you're gonna have this whole new sense of like awakening, renewal, something within yourself that you're tapping into. I feel like you're gonna have like some aha moment where you realize, okay, I've been doing this wrong. This is what I want to do. This is the direction I want to head on. And I think you're gonna realize who I've been dating or what I've been doing hasn't been working out for me, and I've been really bored and just not interested. And I realized it wasn't really them, it was just me, because I was just picking the wrong type of people, and I shouldn't have wasted time, and probably shouldn't have wasted their time as well. Your overall thought was, something is still missing for me and I'm trying to figure out what it is. So I think you're going to be figuring that out this month, by the end of August, figuring out what it is that's missing from your life and what you could do to make this change, and to make your life better, to make yourself happier. And I think it's going to start with you removing yourself from situations, from people who you just don't really have any connection with, you don't feel it, and you don't want to fake it anymore. You want to expand your knowledge and expand your horizons and go within yourself and actually do what you feel makes you happy. Not just like, okay, I'm just gonna do this because this is what I'm supposed to do. I feel like if you maybe weren't loyal to someone, it's because you never were really all in from the beginning. And I think you always kind of knew that deep down inside. And so that's why when things happened, you just kind of felt, well, you know. Okay, so let's move on now to this side. So like we saw earlier, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Crystals, and Ten of Wands. So here I feel like because you are confused and not knowing, you know, or not making it clear to the other person, they are also confused and they're at a crossroads and stuck between their head and their heart space and what to do, what not to do. They don't really know how you feel. They don't really know what's going on in your head. I feel like this person probably has never really known what is going on in your head, and maybe they'll never know. But now they're really, really confused. And I feel like no matter what has happened between the two of you, like they still want to make it work. Like they still want to grow and get stronger. It's like they are still persistent with this. It makes me feel like even if you know, lied to them or cheated or something, like they still want to make it work with you, and they still know like, oh, it's okay, it's fine, like it's just someone who doesn't give up. Like you guys will attract a lot of people who become obsessed with you, okay, like literally obsessed, and they will not leave you alone. Like no matter how much you like say no, or like just like say no and deny them, reject them, like they still come back. Like my cousin, who's a Scorpio, like I mentioned, she has an ex-boyfriend from like maybe like 5-6 years ago, and they already broke up a long time ago, and he still always tries to reach out to her, always comments, likes all her pictures, follows her aunt, which is my mom, follows me, comments on my aunt on her mom's pictures. I'm like, it's been years, like she's dated other people, like you don't give up. So I feel like you attract those kinds of people that maybe don't know how you feel and they don't know what's going on, And even when you do, they still try. Like, they still will never give up. They still want to make it work with you. And they still have this hope that you will kind of give in or something. But deep down inside, you're like, nah, like, I never cared. I know it's so savage, but you guys are like the savage ones, okay? And then we have the 10 of Wands. So even though they're confused and still want to work things out with you, at the same time they do feel like kind of a burden, like this is a lot of work, like, oh my gosh, like, Scorpio, like, why are you doing this to me? Like, you know how much I like you and care about you, but this is so much work, and no matter what I do, I can never please you. I feel like this person knows that, like, no matter how hard they go, how above and beyond, it's like it's never enough for you. And I think what I want to let you know, if you're a cross watcher dealing with a Scorpio and they're not really giving you a time of day and you're trying and trying, it's not that what you're doing is not good enough. It's probably way more than enough for, you know, the average person. It's just that Scorpio maybe just doesn't feel the feelings for you, and that's what it just is what it is. Because even when someone is doing the minimal and doing the least, people who actually love you will still accept it. You know what I mean? Like, when you really love someone, you're really obsessed with them, like even crumbs, you're just like, oh, okay, like they answered me, like, oh, they responded or something, you know? But like, if they're going above and beyond and still the person's like, it's because they're just not interested. So I feel like, Scorpio, you're just really not interested. You know that something else is missing and you want more from life. You want something more, and I think you'll know when you feel it. Like, you know when you meet someone, you know when you're talking to them, like, you already categorize them. Like, you know, okay, I like this person is gonna be, I feel like they're gonna be my friend. This person, I see them as a romantic partner. Like, you know, you're like, okay, friend zone, no, friend zone, yes, you know? And I think this person, no matter what they do, and I feel like they're gonna keep trying and trying, and they're trying hard and they're tired, but even if they're tired, they wanna keep trying. It's not gonna be enough, and it's just because you're not interested, you're not all in it, okay? Their overall emotion or thought is, I'm reminded of you constantly. So they think about you a lot, and I feel like that's nothing new to you. And I kind of feel bad because this may not be for everyone, you know, just disclaimer, but I kind of feel like this person really likes you, but you just don't feel the same for them, okay? And this is why your attention is somewhere else. You just need to focus on you, or you need to go somewhere else. I feel like a lot of you maybe need to move somewhere. You need to have a little vacay, or go outside of your town, go outside of your city, and meet different people, because the people that are around you, you're just not into it, and you know it. Like, you're not going to be happy with any of those people. And I feel like once you get fixed on that idea, no one's going to change it, okay? The mutual emotion or thought you guys are both feeling is, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. So I feel like this is more so on your end, that, you know, you are sorry if you hurt this person, but I feel like maybe you already told them before that, hey, like, yeah, we can talk and hang out, but I don't want anything serious. Like, this is, you know, just, but I think they may have caught feelings and fell for you, but you just don't feel the same. And now they are feeling stuck, or maybe just confused. But I don't know. Yeah, but I don't think you're in it. I don't think you're in it at all. Your heart's not in it. Your heart is somewhere else. It's really hard for you to fake it, and I just don't think you are going to be able to take it any longer. Honestly, for a lot of you, I would just really suggest maybe just tell this person if you haven't already, or if you have already and they still don't get it, that's on them, because they're just not getting it through their head and you already said it. But if you haven't said it, just tell them that, you know, you don't want this and your heart is just not in it, and I appreciate what you've done to me, I appreciate what you've done for me and all this stuff, but I just think you're probably better off with someone else. I think someone else can give you what I can't give you, you know? At least let them know, so they don't keep trying and trying, because I think they're gonna keep trying, and because they might be like obsessed with you. But anyway, Scorpios, we will continue this in the extended reading. We'll find a little bit more about this person, who they are, and then we'll look into I think, because you don't really want to talk about them anymore, and Nala's crying, she wants me to take her out. So we're gonna look into your future, just you as a person, as a whole, you by yourself, and what's going on and what the near future holds for you, who you maybe meet and stuff like that, okay? Because I just feel like you don't really care about this situation anymore, kind of like the August reading. It's kind of the same idea. So if you want, you can join me on there. The link will be below. If not, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go now because Nala's crying, and I will see you I will see you in the extended. If not, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.